you will keep your distance. As for quarantining, mandatory quarantine is not forced quarantine, it's mandatory quarantine. However, what we expect when you are in mandatory quarantine is cooperation with the medical staff, is cooperation with the security staff, because understand, you are not quarantined because you have committed an offense. And I can tell you at a personal level, I have a son who we have quarantined. I have a niece who is in quarantine. And the way we are looking at it is that if a person is in quarantine, they are protecting themselves and they are protecting you. You should be very happy to be in quarantine. Because when you are there in quarantine, it means you cannot pass on the disease if you have it. And I would like to believe, as opposed to rogue operators who have been moving around knowing that they are positive, or who have been moving around knowing that they have been in countries that are epicenters of this disease. If you know that, I would like to imagine that a responsible Kenyan would hate to pass this disease to his friend or her friend, to his mother or or the father, to your children. And because you don't know whether you have it or not, and because you know that you have been in contact with a person who has it, surely a responsible individual would want to protect themselves and protect their families and protect their friends. That is why you find even senior people in the world, all the way from the Prime Minister of the UK, the Chancellor of Germany, quarantining themselves because they have until they are tested and until they are sure. Even here in this ministry, we are testing ourselves because we are coming into contact and we are exposed, as it were. I have been personally tested, you know, and God was kind. I was negative. But I mean, I'm trying to bring home this disease. I'm trying to put it in your sitting room so that you understand exactly what we are dealing with. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, one more.
Yes. I'm not looking for kids yet. My question is about during election and planning, especially within Nairobi. Is there an intentional effort to know how many people are actively working within their legal working hours before the quarantine, so that we avoid the issue of congestion amongst our bus stations?
Yes, we are collecting data on this issue. One of the things that obviously happens at a time like now, when we have given, if you look at the President's directive regarding even the civil service and who is supposed to be working and who is not supposed to be working, if you remember the other directives that we have given, that as many people as possible work from home, what you realize is that within the city now, you know, people have dispersed quite a bit, which is good for the country. But we are also asking even those who are currently in the town and seeking support from employers, if you are able to stagger the working hours so that, for instance, people can start early at 7, some of them, and leave at midday. Others can come at 10 o'clock and leave a few hours later, and as many of them should work from home. That way we can reduce the congestion in the city. And when you are in the city and you are queuing for public transport, keep the distance. If you are queuing for a bus or queuing for a matatu, keep your distance. And matatus and buses are to observe the rules given. If we keep that kind of distancing and limit the contact as much as possible, then even public transport will not be dangerous. If we squeeze ourselves and rush in an indisciplined manner, just know when you are squeezing in, you might be squeezing yourself to coronavirus. Thank you very much.